What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today we're going to talk about the Strangers Trilogy. Bloody Disgusting has released first images from Chapter 1, bringing the masked murderers back to life. There's an article on Bloody Disgusting that came out yesterday showing some photos released by Entertainment Weekly. It's just a couple photos. We know that the Strangers Trilogy is coming out next year, 2024 release. And they are saying currently Lionsgate is gearing up to unleash an entire trilogy of brand new movies set in the world of the Strangers, with the Strangers Trilogy set to be released sometime next year. So they put some photos out of the movie, you know, nothing big information wise. There is a little bit of information that comes with these three photos released. They talk a little bit about Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. And I'm not really sure what to make of it. They do say in the article that The Strangers Chapter 1 is similar to the original 2008 movie, while its sequels blaze a new path from there. So the first chapter, it looks like it's going to be relatively close to the original Strangers that came out, the home invasion, the house that was out in the woods, Liv Tyler, you know, and that was a good movie. I did like that movie. So for them to be starting off at that point, I do feel like that's a good starting point. Now, what does make me a little nervous about this is it says in the following paragraph, The Strangers Chapter 2 and The Strangers Chapter 3, Harlan notes, explore what happens to the victims of this kind of violence and who the perpetrators are of this kind of violence. Where are they coming from and why? This makes me a little nervous. You guys know that I'm a big fan of not knowing the answer to why. And when you look at a movie called The Strangers, they're supposed to be strangers. We're not supposed to know them. If we know them and we know where they're coming from, they're not strangers anymore. That's just my line of thinking. And I'm not saying that's the right way to think, but that's the first thing that popped in my head when you're going to explore a movie about strangers, that you're going to tell who they are, and then they're no longer strangers. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. There's such a good line in The Strangers 2 Pray at Night where she's holding the shotgun over that girl and she's like, why are you doing this? And the girl's like, why not? To me, that's just far scarier, or, you know, far better than knowing the whole backstory on why these people are doing what they're doing. Them being so anonymous, and so us not knowing why they're doing what they're doing is kind of what makes this pretty good. But as you can see in these images, they didn't release too much, but you kind of have an idea of, you know, what some of the characters look like. I think that the man in the mask looks good. I mean, they've got the truck there. That looks pretty awesome. There are definitely some good looking pictures, and do give us a little peek into what they have in store for us with the Strangers Trilogy. So let me know in the comments what you think, especially with the second paragraph, you know, where they're talking about explaining, you know, why these people are doing what they're doing. Is that something that you want to see? Is that something that in a Strangers movie is something that you want to know? Or would you rather it stay anonymous? I'm definitely curious to see what most of you have to say in the comments section about that part. What did you think of the new pictures that were released? And what do you think of this new trilogy coming out? I was a big fan of The Strangers, and an even bigger fan, crazy enough, of Strangers 2 Pray at Night. It's just a basic slasher, and sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes all you need is that basic slasher movie. But anyway, like I said, definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.